Netflix is somewhere that has worked to get to a place where they will bring out new original content, but they have a habit of cancelling these new shows and not giving sequels to their films that deserve sequels. I'm not adverse to sequels if the story pushes it that way, but Netflix have came out and said that they will give these shows one series, and if it's successful enough for them, they will continue with the series. But recently it's been getting more and more absurd. Shows that have clearly had a following and are still getting cancelled. They say this is so that it gives these shows a platform and then other services can possibly pick it up. Obviously, these companies are in a business to make money. That's all they want. But you would think that if they are bringing you a show, they would be the ones to continue it, because they would be the ones to continue making money from it. They are essentially losing income from potential fantastic shows that could possibly give us movies, spin-offs. They could go into comic books, they could go into books, they could go into other forms of media, and they are sort of digging themselves into not being part of that because they are cancelling all these shows. And some of them I've watched, and I can't believe the sheer amount of shows that they've cancelled and the reasons why they say they've cancelled them. For example, 1899, a show from German creators. They also did the show Dark, which was 3 seasons, and that was a phenomenal show. It's got so many twists and turns. There's so many different arching stories that end up coming full circle. I do advise you to go and watch that. It is really good. If you don't mind subtitles, go watch it. And it was the same creators that did 1899, and that had so much potential to go down the same route with the twists and the turns. You could see them building up these stories, and then Netflix cancelled it after one series, and it's becoming a thing now. You get one series with Netflix and that's it, and then you're just hoping that other companies will come and pick up so that you can continue the story. And this sort of goes back to like when TV shows were on a TV channel and then that channel didn't want to make it anymore, so another channel would pick it up. It's essentially the same thing, but it's Netflix that fund some of these shows, and you wonder why they are cancelling these shows after one series. There can be a show that's sitting on Netflix for like a year or two and it doesn't really do much. It's been watched by a couple of 100,000 people, and then all of a sudden it can just take one person, one critic, one blogger, one podcaster to say something about this show, and then that can get millions of people to go and watch this show. And by that point, they've only got one series and nobody else has picked it up, because a lot of the time, if Netflix aren't picking it up for a second series, other companies aren't going to take a risk with it, because it's like, why did this streaming giant that has made so many successful things cancel this? All these filmmakers and the TV show people and like all the work that's went into just that one series. It is a lot of hard work on a lot of people's parts. It's not just the cast and the director. Everybody puts in thousands and thousands of hours worth of work for it to just be one series that could possibly be a story over 5 seasons. Telling the story is a process, and some stories can't be told in one series, 10 episodes. Some things need 3, 4, 5 seasons to progress from point A to point B. And Netflix aren't giving these people enough of a chance, and the other streaming services don't want to take risks. They are not going to go and say, oh well, Netflix done a series of that, let's go pick it up, because it was fairly successful there. But Netflix haven't picked it up. Why? These companies are also in the business of making money. So they're not going to take risks when they've got their own stuff coming out. The original content that I've been striving for is there, but we don't have enough of it because they won't continue to make them. They need to rival Amazon Prime, they need to rival HBO Max, and they can't do that if they keep cancelling all these new original ideas. If you think that there is enough original content, let me know. I'll happy to have discussions with you. And until next time, see ya.